Hi, everyone. Welcome to our productivity crash course of project management strategies for leaders. I'd like to welcome back Helene Segura, who did a beautiful job of talking to us about time management last month, and we're excited to have her back to talk about project management.
Communication is almost as important as a plan. Without the plan, then there's nothing to communicate about. So that's why the plan will always be the most important. But communication is a key piece of implementing the plan. I've already mentioned who should be in communication. It's basically anybody who is a part of working on the project or anybody who is affected by the outcome of the project. So they should be kept up to date. And as far as how, this is where it can get a little tricky. And this is where the team would want to make decisions as a part of the scope. How are we going to keep people informed? So for the individual team members working on this, how will we stay in contact with each other and give updates and hash things out? Are we going to put notes in our project management system, and that's how we're going to update everybody? Are we going to send out a blanket email to everybody involved in a certain step to let them know what the status is? Or are we going to have a weekly meeting to do a check-in for everybody to state their status? It's important to discuss these things ahead of time and corral that information so that way you're not looking in all these different areas for your pieces of communication. In one company that I was working with certain projects, they were communicating through email, through text, through instant messaging, through their project management platform, and through Trello, which is, through Slack, so a communication platform. So when their team members were looking for who said what and what piece of information they needed, they were looking in 5 different places to find that communication. And you can imagine how much time it would take to look in all those different areas. So that's why it's very important to clarify upfront, how are we going to communicate with each other? What's the best way that we keep everything straight? So you can have asynchronous communication through Microsoft Teams, email, text, instant messaging, as long as you're identifying which one of those streams to use. Or you have synchronous communication, and those would be your meetings, whether in person or through Zoom or Google Meets or whatever it is that you use.